this press conference yesterday, I, as an American, and I would imagine that a lot of you feel the same way, we tune into these because we want to know information about what we can expect. When is the economy going to reopen? Where's the state of the nation as it relates to the numbers of the confirmed infections? Or what about the fatality rates? Individuals who didn't have underlying health issues that they were already actually on the way out from. But I mean people who it can be attributed to singularly as this virus. What's going to happen with our supply chain? These are the questions that I want to hear. And in fact, the entire press conference started off with a media that was hard up on putting this divide between Dr. Fauci and the president. Every single one of these people, that was the first question out of their mouths. Every single one of them. I'm going to tell you something. The nurse that is working 15 hours a day in the hospital on the front line of this pandemic doesn't give a damn what the press thinks about the Fauci-Trump relationship. The woman who just, when she takes her face mask off, she has indentations in her skin and a rash from wearing it all the time, and she doesn't even know if she can hug her kids. She doesn't give a damn about the Fauci-Trump relationship. The small business owner who is sacrificing their life savings to keep their business up and their employees paid does not give a damn about the press's perception of the Fauci-Trump relationship. The kids who are having a significant portion of their childhood stolen from them. The seniors in high school who have their graduations and their proms stolen from them. You may think that that's inconsequential during a time of pandemic, but for many people, these are life-shaping events. And this will be a generation, unlike so many before them, that don't have it. They don't give a damn about the Fauci-Trump relationship. The family where one or both parents have lost their jobs. And they're trying to figure out how they're going to keep food on the table and what's going to happen when everything reopens. They don't give a damn about the press's perception of the Fauci-Trump relationship. They don't. And the woman or the person who has a long-standing illness that makes them part of that vulnerable demographic. The person who watches these press conferences because they just hope that they can get some information as to when they can actually go back out in public again. When are they going to be able to lead a normal life? Or are they going to be sequestered away for an unknown period of time? They don't give a damn about the press's perception of the Fauci-Trump relationship. If you want to know why the American people, the free people for whom the free press exists, why they have such a low opinion of legacy media, it is because of examples like the clip I just played you and others I'm going to play you. They see individuals who are ensconced in the Beltway. Individuals who have no idea what the hell is happening outside of the newsroom wherein they are told what to cover and not to cover. They don't trust these people, and for good reason. These people, as you can see, not all, but most, their number one goal, they need that gotcha moment. They need, what is this question, the line of questioning? None of it was to inform you. None of it, especially from that reporter with CBS, none of it was to inform you. Did you learn anything from that exchange? Because I sure as hell didn't. Isn't that the point? I watched this with my oldest son yesterday. Because now that he is home and colleges are closed until next term, and we still only have kind of an idea as to what's going to happen when next term starts. And he's going into political science, so I'm making him be my wingman. I'm like, you're going to learn. You're going to have some time that you can enjoy yourself. I get it. I'm giving my kids grace when they deserve it because they're having a lot of things taken from them, and frankly, it sucks. So keep that in mind, parents. It sucks. Imagine you're a kid and you got your prom stolen because somebody ate a damn bat in China. Or your graduation. I mean, that sucks. So, he's been sitting with me and he's been watching these press conferences. And this is a teenager, right? And anti-authoritarianism is cool when you're a teenager. It makes sense when you're an adult, but it's just as cool when you're a teenager. And he was watching this exchange, and at one point he looked at me and goes, what was I supposed to get out of that? And I'm like, are you asking me as in terms of what principle was on display there? And he goes, no, what article are you going to write from that? I'm like, there you go. And he goes, so what was the point of it? And I go, well, if you look at her Twitter account, she's celebrating herself. That was her point. It wasn't about you. It was about her name. She doesn't give a hot damn if you're sitting there waiting to find out what the hell's going to happen with your small business. She doesn't care if you're waiting to find out when the hell you can leave your house because you have an underlying health issue. She doesn't care. If you're one of the kids out there hoping, maybe, do I get a high school graduation? Am I going to be able to start college? Will my life start? How is this going to happen? No! Hell no. She wants to be above the fold at Mediaite because that's what they live for. Imagine, ladies and gentlemen, your life distilled down to nothing more than your name being in a 24-point headline because you like the temporary glory that comes from a gotcha soundbite. I don't know about you, but I can't imagine a sadder existence, nor can I imagine a less honorable profession, and I think I elevate prostitution above that.